everybody, I am back, and this video is going to be really quick. I'm going to try to sum everything up in 5 minutes, and I actually have some notes here just in case I forget something important. But there are some key points I wanted to hit on, and we're going to knock it out the park, okay? First one is, I want every single one of you to acknowledge, if you haven't already, that you are in a battle every single day in your mind against what is right and what is wrong. Why? If you can ever be convinced that something wrong is actually right, then your actions are going to follow. Wrong thinking equals wrong actions. If the devil can get into your head, he's got you right where he wants you. If he can convince you that something wrong is actually right, he's got you exactly where he wants you, because he wants you to do all the wrong things. So the only way he can get to you is in your mind. That's how he gets to us, because he already knows once he gets to us in our mind, our actions are going to follow. Wrong thinking equals wrong actions. All right. Now, I'm going to give you an example. Eve. She was told a lie. She believed that lie. She acted on that lie. And she was destroyed because of that. Look how it ruined everything. It ruined everything because of a lie that she was convinced was the truth. And then she acted on that lie. This is what we are all faced with every single day that we live. We are being told things in our minds. Thoughts come to mind, and we make a determination whether it's truth or not, or whether we're going to roll with it or not, and then we walk it on out. This is what happens every day that we live, every single day. This is the battle that we are fighting. Remember, he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. He roams around seeking whom he can devour. Now let's keep in mind, it's not physical that he's trying to devour you. It's not physical that he's trying to kill you. It's all spiritual. It's all in your mind. And no weapon formed against you shall be able to prosper. So he can't just physically come up and get you. So what he does is he puts thoughts in your head, convinces you of these lies and this deceit, and what happens? Your actions follow, and then you self-destruct. If he can convince you to do the wrong thing, he can convince you to destroy yourself. Look at drugs. Unprotected sex. How AIDS is destroying people because they're thinking that what they're doing is okay. I mean, just look. All you have to do is just look around. People are self-destructing because of their actions, because they're being convinced that, hey, it's okay. Just like Eve thought it was okay when she ate that fruit. She was convinced that it was okay. This is what we're doing every day. And it can be the smallest thing or the biggest thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be an action to murder somebody or to fornicate or anything like that. It can be cursing someone out, flipping someone off. You just never know. And I'm not saying that's necessarily self-destructive behavior, but it is behavior that is wrong behavior. But all of us usually say, it's okay. We're being convinced in our minds that it's wrong. It's right, rather, when it's actually wrong. Okay. Now, how do we determine what's right, what's wrong? That's a good question. Do we really determine what's right and what's wrong based on what we think? Now, we're natural-born sinners. We're automatically born into a rebellious type of way of thinking. No, we can't use our own minds, really, to make the determination on what's right and what's wrong. We have to be able to compare the thoughts that come into our mind with something. What are we comparing with? The Word of God, which is the truth. We have to compare the thoughts that come into our mind with the truth. If a thought comes into our mind, and we know the truth of God, which is the Word of God, and we compare it to the Word of God, and if it doesn't line up with the Word of God, if it doesn't line up with the truth that we know where that thought came from. It didn't come from God, it came from the enemy. So what do we do at that point? We need to rebuke it on sight. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. Rebuke it right then and there. Now, if it's a habit or it's something that you've been doing for a long time, a way of thinking that you've been thinking for a long time, and then you come into the knowledge of the truth, it's not too late. That's when it's a stronghold that you can pull down and be set free and be delivered. That's what it's all about. So, remember, you're in a war. I can't stress that enough. I know a lot of people are like, why she was talking about war? Why she was talking about obedience? Why she was talking about this? Why she was talking about that? Because people are being destroyed every day in their minds. People are being convinced every day of all the wrong things. People don't read their Bible no more. People think church is a joke. People go to church, hear the word, and guess what? The enemy comes in as soon as you leave church, and he steals that truth out of your mind. How many times have you gone to church, sat through a sermon, left, and probably a few hours later couldn't even remember anything that was said, or barely remembered, or maybe remembered just a little bit? Just that quick. He came in and he stole that truth straight out of your mind. And here it is, you go the rest of the week living your life without that truth. And that truth is not dictating your actions or anything. It is serious that we're in a war. We're in a mental battle, a spiritual war, every single day that we live. So we need to be armed properly. We need to have the right weaponry so we can fight properly. So we need to arm ourselves the right way so we can fight the right way and win this battle. All right, y'all. Be blessed.